my warrior. Look, was that a respawn? Yeah, I think that was a respawn right there. That's right. This chest is slowing us down and it's making us do a little loop. Oh shit! I don't know, it's just more clutter. I really like... Oh, here we go. Oh, he's just throwing heals like that? That's what we're doing, Lord Melanus? Oh, full druid form, baby. Oh, that's beastie. That's beastie. I didn't know he turned into a cat. Yo, the druid love is real. That's what I'm saying. I mean, that... What other zone do you get this in? Okay, let's get a nasty heal. Can we get a heal one time? Please, please, please. Mother... No way! No way! No way! No. With milestones. And today, we take out Engineer Whirligig. We add him to our wall. Oh, snap! There's two guys in here, and he's got a machine? Oh, no, no. And explosive sheep? Dude! Yo! Hold up. Come on, Gray. Come on, Gray. Stay in there. Add this to your Hall of Fame. Oh, this is beautiful. Explosive sheep, though. We got the hots ticking still. Come on, man. Parry, parry, parry. Oh, no. Why is he moving so much? Holy shit. I'm dead. No, Gray. Not like this. 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 Oh, shit. Ah! Stay in there. Oh, the explosive sheep, motherfucker, no! No! What if I told you I'm having more fun playing Classic WoW in February of 2020, 6 months after Classic's launch? I'm having more fun playing the game now than I did at the launch of Classic in the following months to come. Would you believe me? Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm proud to present to you the Classic WoW Hardcore Challenge. Now, before I go into detail on why I've had so much more fun this last week playing these hardcore players than I did in Classic and the following months to come, first I want to define what hardcore mode is. So, hardcore mode is a game mode that's artificially been created by the community, more specifically by Cargos, and his friends, his community. They have 2 guilds on the Bloodsail Buccaneers server right now, with players participating in this hardcore challenge under this rule set. So what is hardcore mode? It's a game mode with a custom set of rules similar to the Ironman challenge and all the other challenges out there. Ironman and now hardcore, these aren't the only 2 modes, right? Like a lot of people in the community have created different ways to play this game. You know, Vanilla WoW, this huge sandbox MMO. Like, they have like vegan mode, Amish mode, stripper mode. The point is, there's a bunch of different modes. There's a bunch of different ways to play, and to date, this is the most fun I've ever had under a specific rule set. And it's really exciting because these are the kinds of things that would be added into Classic Plus content. We'll get into that, but first, hardcore mode. Let me show you the rule set. You have 1 life. Similar to the Ironman challenge, once you die, you log out, you delete your character, you /G quit. Everybody will type F's in the chat to honor your existence and your time spent in the hardcore challenge. It's going to be a good time. Rule number 2, professions and talents are allowed. Hashtag make professions base recipes great again, please. I'm so excited about this rule. This makes, you know, those base leatherworking professions, blacksmithing, creating regular armor great again. In comparison to the Ironman challenge where you're not allowed to use professions, all of a sudden now you have a challenge where you can use professions for the first time. These base recipes actually make a huge impact on your character's progression. Rule number 3, self-crafted and self-obtained items are allowed. That means whenever you get a random green drop or a random blue drop in the open world, you can equip it. Awesome rule. That also means whenever I'm questing through the Barrens and I'm just killing mobs, you have a chance at a swiftness potion recipe. It's a world drop alchemy recipe that drops in the Barrens a lot of times. If you get that to drop on your hardcore character and you go ahead and pick up the alchemy profession, that means you have access to crafting 50% speed swiftness potion recipes for the rest of your character's life. That is huge. Rule number 4, no auction house or in-game mail is allowed. That goes with trading other characters as well. So everything has to be self-sufficient. Number 5, no grouping in the open world. Number 6, full hardcore dungeon groups are authorized. This is nuts. On Cargo's stream today, they did the second hardcore dungeon, and they're still fleshing out the rules. Guys, this is still a new system, and they're refining things such as dungeon groups are going to be allowed within the level range of the meeting stone. So, for instance, Deadmines' meeting stone is level 14 to 26. That's the level you can be to use it. So that's going to be the defined, level range that you can be in a group. Another rule that they had to come up with was you can only group inside the confines of Deadmines. So whenever you walk in, you join the general chat. That's the only place you can be grouped up. So these rules are going to get much more fleshed out. It's still a work in progress. Number 7, no Warlock Soulstones, Shaman Onks, or more importantly, Paladins can't Bubble Hearth. And I think those first two were implied. You can't just come back to life with those two classes, but you cannot Bubble Hearth. It's kind of cheese. Rule number 8, if you reach 60, you've earned your freedom from death. I'm talking, you're going to be famous. You're going to have your own Discord banner. People are going to praise you. The first day this was announced, 300 people joined the Hardcore Challenge Discord. And I think, 2 days later, there's over 600 people in the Hardcore Discord. It's unbelievable. There's so many people doing this challenge. It's going to make, if you get to 60 and you have a VOD, let's move on to rule number 9. Your journey must be recorded and uploaded to YouTube or streamed for it to count. So once you make 60 on the server and you're playing with everybody else, you're going to be a god. Everybody's going to be praising you. And then we're going to ask, where's your VOD? And this is where it gets a little challenging, because the amount of space it would take to record your VOD completely and then upload and allow someone to review is unbelievable. But in today's day and age, what's really exciting about the Hardcore Challenge, this is an updated mode compared to, and I'm not talking bad about it, but the closest thing in comparison is the Ironman Challenge. And back then, it may not have gained as much traction just because you couldn't prove if somebody had gotten to 60 in the Ironman Challenge, right? But in 2020, streaming is so accessible and easy and free. And I'll get to how you can stream this to YouTube and just keep the VODs on the cloud on YouTube. You don't have to have any VODs recorded on your home computer if you don't have the space. Now let's look at these rules in comparison to the Ironman Challenge. I pulled this up on some forum post. These aren't the official legit rules, I'm sure. I think that there's variations of Ironman by 1 or 2 rules, but this is the gist of it. Again, you cannot die. No gear higher than white quality can be equipped. So that rule that we have in the Hardcore Challenge, you don't get the satisfaction of that rare green, the rare green recipe that you find, the rare blue that you find. You can't put those things on. It's painful, but that's okay. It's not one's not better or the other. It's just what it is. No enchantments on your gear. No talents allowed. That's a big one. Kind of strips a lot of the fun out of the game, but again, skills you have from your class, like Warlock Hearthstones or Mage Stones, are allowed since they're available to your class, yada, yada, yada. No primary professions are allowed. That's a big one. No secondary professions are allowed. No first aid. You have a lot more freedom in Hardcore. There's so many more moving pieces in this Hardcore Challenge. You can really sink your teeth into it. I really feel like we're playing a new game. There's a new meta. And what's exciting about this, I was multi-boxing. There's no information on multi-boxing content, on a multi-boxing meta. Now, that's a crazy thing to compare it to, but this is bare bones. No one has ever done hardcore mode. So there's room for improvement. You can be a superstar again for the first time. You can be the first level 60 walking through vanilla, with your nasty tier 1, tier 2, in the conception of vanilla days. You're in the conception of hardcore mode. Anyways, you get the gist of it. That's the rule set. So why should I care about hardcore mode? And I'm going to wrap back around and explain why I'm having more fun in hardcore mode than I'm having at the launch of Classic WoW in the months to come. The fun I experienced this last week is comparable to the fun that I had in Vanilla WoW the first time I played it. Classic was amazing. It was fantastic. It was a dream come true. I'm not kidding, the hardcore mode is different, for me personally, and I want to tell you why. It creates relevancy to the old content. One thing I'm really big into is professions. I made profession videos before the game came out. I was really hyped about base profession recipes, the recipes that you learn from the trainer, that you don't buy from a vendor, that you don't find in the open world. I really wanted to know what the base recipes were, so in a leveling environment 1 to 60, what I can expect to use, because honestly, you're not going to go buy recipes from vendors. You're just going to be stuck with that base profession recipe. Well, in a Classic WoW environment, 15 years later, in a meta where it's a dog-eat-dog world. Everyone kind of got caught up in the rat race and couldn't take things slow. Even though you're on a fresh server, the base profession recipes don't mean anything because you just out-level the gear, you get in a dungeon group, and you get better gear than what you would have gotten crafted, even on a fresh classic launch. And that's just the nature of the beast. That's okay. But hardcore mode makes those base profession recipes relevant again. It's disgusting. It's the hardcore mode. Every time you make a new character, it's literally a new fresh. It's like a new fresh server. No one's hit 60 yet. I think the highest person in the last week that this has been a thing, there's like 400 or 500 people participating in it in total between Horde and Alliance on the Bloodsail Buccaneers server. I think the highest level I saw was like 35 maybe, and I hit level 16 and died on my third character for the the third time just this morning, and I think I was the second highest character. You're literally playing in a fresh environment. That's fun to be a part of, and every time you re-roll a character, it feels the same way. Another reason you should be excited about hardcore mode is because it's community driven. It's another classic WoW event. It's something that we can all do together. How many times have you heard content creators and streamers talk about how they want to have these awesome classic WoW events whenever classic comes out? And to date, how many classic WoW events have we seen that weren't just streamed? How many have we been able to participate in as a community? Not very many. And until now, hardcore mode, I've seen the most participation out of any play mode that's been introduced outside of just the normal raid progression. Warsong Gulch coming out and getting everybody active, right? We all participated in that. No, this is an artificial play mode. Nothing has gained more traction than hardcore in the last week. Lastly, I want to talk about the implications that this play mode, this movement, has on Classic Plus content. Guys, we talk about Classic Plus. Some people want Classic Plus, some people don't. I mean, we're split 50-50. Some people don't trust in Blizzard to create good, solid raid content that's progressive, that's after Naxxramas, and it falls in line with Classic WoW mechanics. It scales well. People are scared about them messing things up, and that's a lot. Like the original Classic Plus that you think about, adding that additional content, additional raid tiers, new battlegrounds, extra zones, maybe new leveling zones, that's a beast to tackle. This is a different type of Classic Plus content, and the first of its kind that we've seen. And this is the first time I've changed my shift on what Classic Plus means from additional in-game content to different play modes, such as hardcore servers. You can literally log in, choose a server, and instead of going NA East, NA West, Oceanic, EU, you click the hardcore tab. And on this tab, you have one life. Everyone in that server has never died, and it's official, it's legit. This is the kind of Classic Plus content I'm talking about. You can have custom battleground rules. This would be really neat. This opens the door to, in Classic Plus, we don't have to have those additional raids, but what if you could choose to join Warsong Gulch, and whenever you die, you're out, and last team standing wins. Custom raid rules. Whenever you enter a raid, once you die, you're locked for the week. You can't enter back in. Another one, Gurubashi Arena NPC events. There's so much that could be done in Classic Plus that doesn't have to be these full fleshed out zones, raid content, new battlegrounds. You get what I'm saying. So at this point, if I've piqued your interest and you want to know how to participate in this hardcore mode, I'm going to show you how right here. Number one, you need to join the hardcore mode Discord. The link is in the description, and this is where you're going to get all the hardcore mode assets. This is going to help you whenever you set up your streaming. We have the hardcore banner. You can throw it on your stream. You can link your stream. You can be in a whole nother community joined of 500, 1,000 plus members pretty soon that are doing the same thing. This is where you're going to get server information. Right now we have servers going on Bloodsail Buccaneers. Maybe we'll have, NA East, NA West servers. They've got an EU server over there for all the European people. They're talking about it in this Discord. Number two, set up your live streaming service. Now, I know this is daunting, but to participate in this and for it to feel real and for you to get as much satisfaction and fun out of it as it's intended, you really need to figure out a way to either record your gameplay or you can set up a live streaming service on YouTube. I'm going to show you how. So at this point, you're on your YouTube channel. What you need to do is come over here to the plus sign, click on the Go Live button. And on YouTube, it takes 24 hours to activate your live streaming service. So you're going to click on Learn More. You're going to read the directions here. What you need to do is get the encoder streaming code from the YouTube service and plug it into Streamlabs OBS. So in the meantime, you need to download Streamlabs OBS, and I'll show you what it looks like. You're going to have your settings here. It's super easy to set up, especially if you're just capturing the game video and not doing your face, you're not doing camera. It's really simple. You're going to come out down here to the bottom left, click on settings, you're going to go to your stream, and you're going to put in the YouTube encoder, or I use the Restream encoder where I have YouTube and Twitch linked up because I stream both at the same time. Point is, you're going to put the encoder in here, and then you'll change other settings you need. It won't be much. You're going to click on the Go Live button, and you'll be streaming straight to YouTube, and those videos are going to get encoded and put into the YouTube cloud. You can either have them unlisted or public. As we're wrapping up, I do want to remind you this entire hardcore project is a work in progress. The rules are going to continue to get refined. Community events are going to be put out, monthly, bi-weekly. And the first one is happening in 2 weekends from the making of this video on February 29th, 2020 from 8 to 6 server time. It's going to be like a 10-hour time-gated event where you have 10 hours to get as far as you can. Whoever is the highest level with the most experience is going to end up winning. And that's different from the traditional hardcore event where you can take your time, you can get professions, get skinning, make a ton of money, focus on bags. In this 10-hour time-gated event, you're going to be pushing the limits. You're going to be getting as much XP as fast as you can without dying. So I think it'll make for spicy gameplay. Now, can you imagine if we had 300, 400, 500 participants all live streaming at the same time, and we have it casted? The possibilities are endless. It's going to happen on Bloodsail Buccaneers. Guys, if you want more information, join that Discord. Go watch Cargo's stream. He's promoting this daily. I'm playing this daily now. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. It's your boy, Graysfordays.